Hey kids, this is
I'll save
Kalir.
my thanks for when it's all over.
And that's Rux. And that's the Forge, and let's play Bastion. Nothing to buy. We have some gods we can go piss off. Let's do that.
Messiah.
Activate
Garment.
Messiah so everything regenerates.
Last thing the gods
Garments so
do is
everything
make our lives easier.
reflects stuff on it. Hit randomly. And this seems like a thing. Let's have a bunch of bullets. And that, I guess?
Nothing subtle
Slinger
about
Storm
the
is nice.
gods, but maybe that's the point.
And let's just make a drink. Why am I getting rid of
Where's my bourbon?
exactly?
There's my bourbon.
Oh,
A
hello.
simple lunkhead liqueur
Hey there.
will toughen you up.
Now that I've got
Too
my
bad it's
bourbon,
like
I'm ready.
drinking a saddlebag.
Well, that's good. And we need this.
That ought to give those dueling pistols.
I mean, I could
Is
give
that
them
actually useful? Has that ever been useful?
ricochet. Yeah, totally. If you use them in crowds, then it's just like, hey, it bounces off and it's going to hit something else because peckers
Rufus
happen.
Lagoon. Even the brushers stopped going there. Didn't like being eaten.
And honestly, one extra penetration is not that much better.
Oh, that was the other one? Well,
Yeah, it's between those two, so who cares?
yeah, definitely. Then now if it was armor
Gators
penetration,
used to
then
roam
that'd
the
be good.
wilds, and they nested at
Yeah,
Rufus
they're not
Lagoon.
going to get that. Not yet, anyway.
Many a tale folks
Oh man,
used to
I wonder
scare
what
their
monsters
children
in this
straight
lagoon.
originated here.
Stormy things, and these,
I
And-
can't stand these things. What are they called again?
those are wallflowers, and I counter
All
them.
kinds of beasts what don't know up from down.
And
Okay.
peckers.
Still lurking about.
And yeah,
And I-
now enemies have a chance to just say, no, that didn't hit me because of Garmuth.
Yeah, you chose some mean gods.
I didn't choose Javel, I'm okay with that. Because now they actually die when I shoot them, rather than just being
These
like,
beasts,
no, you gotta shoot me a little more, that didn't count. Oh, hello.
Arf. Arf.
Fall off the ledge. Fall off!
Arf.
You didn't fall off. There we go. I guess if you do crit
all
damage,
the
then the
city's
knockback
brushers
is stronger?
know
I
their
don't
way
know.
around the lagoon.
Oh, hey. New secret
They
skill.
moved quick and quiet,
I'm a ninja.
It's a scarecrow.
and they struck hard.
And crit musket.
Yeah, crit musket followed by a counter when I have lunkhead liqueur. At least I
Oh,
think I have
man.
lunkhead liqueur.
Those pin cushions, I want to kill them as fast as
Even the
possible, but I know that I
brushers
should
love to fear this
wait.
place.
But I want to kill them. Because usually there's something else trying to kill me while I want to get rid of them.
Yeah, I usually will
They
try to
used
kill them.
think that ankle gators
Because they're
were
just
extinct.
annoying. Oh, hello.
Well,
Aww.
they ain't.
Pecker
That's
got
an
me.
ankle
She's been
gator.
living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne.
Ankle gators are special, and this ankle gator is even more special, and
That's ankle gator country for you.
And that's auto blocking for you.
The lagoon.
yeah, I'm not good at shield block. That's why I have lunkhead liqueur up, because I'm so good at counter blocking. But no, that's an ankle gator. They're an enemy that is really not that common, but they just burrow underground, and then
Turns out Queen
when you
Anne
pass
got
in
a hold
an
of
area
Shaw.
that they're patrolling, like the tall grass, they'll jump out and just try to stab you with their horn.
Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath?
Also,
the stink weed.
apparently you can't shoot Queen Anne right now, because I didn't actually
That
do it here.
sequence breaking, you can't do that.
Yeah,
Ain't
you can only
time.
hurt her if it's raining, which it isn't.
Kid can't resist.
He says that if you try to shoot her or something, but I forgot to, because
How
I
does
just
the
know
gas
for a
do the
fact.
stink weed actually damage you?
Can't fight Queen
Yes.
Anne without the proper tools.
Never been able to notice because I'm too busy with everything else on the screen.
Yeah, it does a little damage.
The brushers
This
use
does
that
a little
pipe
more
to keep
damage.
their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same.
This is the Brusher's Pike. It is pretty good.
It is primarily a ranged weapon. I don't know why you're using it this way though.
Because it's faster this way, and I want it to be faster against this guy. I'm good at this.
What's your strategy against them anyways? Are you gonna push them off or just go for their rear.
Well, if I still
Like,
had my musket, I would totally push him off, but I don't have a melee weapon that has knockback right now. I don't have
as we all
knockback,
know,
period.
the musket is a melee weapon.
Yeah, and it has knockback, which is very useful against lunkheads, but we don't have that right now. We have traded it out for our brusher's pike, so I'm just going to...
Kid's got a mean throw.
Oh, you can totally throw the pike. It's much better if you throw it. It's like almost as good as the bow when you throw it. Has just as good of piercing and about the same damage, I think, maybe a little more.
It doesn't have
Sharp
the
sticks make queen
fire
eat
rate,
breakfast,
though.
so she
It does
Especially
not
for
have
power
the
shot.
fire rate. It's much slower than the bow, so this is a fairly slow weapon, but it's a powerful weapon.
Yeah, I used it for a while, even pike and mortar like everybody does, but then I decided I'll use something different.
Off the ankle gator scraps.
But you're using pistols, that's just abominable. Who hates you that much?
I actually kind of like pistols. They're fast. I mean, I'm not that good with them, but they're still fast. Much faster than our pike.
Ah, but they deal so little damage, and I just, the first level with them, just, I guess I
That
had...
wasn't little damage. Do you see how fast I destroyed that thing?
You also...
I stabbed it a couple
Stabbed him
times,
twice.
but I can kill it pretty dang fast with the pistols. They're not as weak as people think they are.
Queen
Oh.
leaves
No,
the
I
kid
just have
in
a bad
some
memory
kind of
with
twisted trap.
unupgraded when you first get them
One
in that
bad
map.
step,
That was
tall
awful.
grass,
And oh,
it's
and got
Queen
you.
Anne's lunch.
Yeah, I stepped into the tall grass while I was invisible, stabbed a dude, and then I was in the tall grass still, so she jumped out and ate me.
He holds his ground.
She can smell ya.
Running out of
Yep.
options.
Smell your bourbon.
On the other hand, I did totally blow up that thing when I died. Party
Always
punch
a
is
good thing.
Still no
ridiculous.
sign of the shard.
Can I get back your better melee weapon?
No, I'm going to keep sticking with the pike, because I like the pike, kind of. And to be fair, I'm always going to run with the weapon I start with. Well, the weapon I unlock in a stage, just so I can say I'm using this weapon so you can see it.
Yeah, that was one thing that confused me about this game. Wasn't getting new weapons, but just the fact that you got so many of them so quickly that it increased the learning curve for me. Like, I couldn't spend time to actually practice with them because I always got a new weapon. I was like, okay, fine, I gotta practice with this now. What am I gonna do?
They do at least alternate between melee and ranged weapons. Like, okay, honestly, the pike is better as a ranged weapon. It's like the musket. It pretends to be a melee weapon, but really it's a ranged weapon.
I'm sure there's some people raging at you right now at the screen going, clear, you're doing it wrong!
I'm not doing it wrong, I'm doing it awesome. Look how many times I'm getting hit by this lunkhead. Okay, let's stop being stupid for a second.
Yes, I particularly love that Were Whiskey from last episode trick with the slinger range because I spent way too much time on that practice ground.
Honestly, if you do go through slinger range, you can beat it legit, but that just is taking way too much button mashing for my taste, so I cheated. I've beaten it legit before, I just don't care enough to try again.
So have I, but it took me way too long, and I would always be about less than 50 points away from getting first place.
Yeah,
And it caused me
same
to
here.
rage.
And yeah, when I'm surrounded by peckers, I really don't want to use the pike because it doesn't strike fast enough to get rid of them. So I use the pistols up close against peckers.
Yeah, peckers are definitely annoying. They always made me want to have a musket on hand because I had no idea how to deal with them.
Yeah, and if you're using pike and mortar, then you really don't have a good option for them. You can... Well, we haven't unlocked the mortar yet, so people are just like, why do you keep talking about this weapon that hasn't shown up yet?
That's because everybody talks about it. It's the hidden secret. It's a secret to everybody.
It's a secret to anyone except the people who haven't played this game. Anyway, we don't have it. We just have ledges. I really want that thing that makes you not take falling damage as much.
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around.
We have an egg. We'll fry it and make delicious ankle
Wanna know
gator
how to
omelet.
find an ankle gator lair?
Oh,
You use
Hello.
gator's bait.
It's raining now. We can fight Queen Anne.
oh, it's because of the rain. So clearly, precipitation is her weakness, not
The shard
pikes.
sitting in plain view.
You can
She's
totally
coming
just
for
take
us.
the shard
She's
and
got
run
nowhere
for the
else to
exit,
go.
and that's it, but hell no. We got an ankle gator to fight.
But she's the
starting
last
to
of her
get
kind. She's the last Finkelcorn.
Whoa. Yeah, she also
Man.
hurts a lot when she...
Yeah, she sends you flying.
Alright, come on.
No, it's pincushions.
It's okay, that one is being the inaccurate kind that just sprays everywhere, so...
He's got it. And now to finish her off.
Come here.
And now he's made her mad.
Yeah, because if I stab with the pike, I do a good bit of damage, but she has a chance of pulling Garmouth to block it. The pistols are nearly as good. Except for here.
Rest in peace.
Oh, did you hear her groan? You made her groan.
She killed me and then launched me in the air and whatever. Friggin'
I guess she
Christian,
is the monster
have
of
some
the
bullets.
lagoon.
Yeah, I don't actually dislike the pistols. It's just if I could use the pistols, I'd just as soon use the repeater, honestly.
Again, I think the trouble is just the level that they were introduced in are just so atrocious.
Yeah, that's a really
And-
bad level for learning the pistols. Once you actually get them upgraded and start to use them, they're great.
Definitely.
Kid's done what needed to be done.
Too bad we didn't talk too much about this level, and that's the lagoon.
I do like that level. I mean, there is the Queen Anne is constantly chasing you and you can't actually hurt her because the plot says so, but, you know, that's fine. It doesn't really need to explain it because the level itself is really interesting.
Is over. We even got a crown jewel.
This
And-
game doesn't really need to explain much.
Nah.
It's Bastion.
Well, there are some things that
All
explain that I
trouble
just
for a
really
single
like.
shard. But you know what? It was worth it.
Anyway, we have a shard. We haven't upgraded the forge yet. Why haven't we upgraded the forge yet?
They said Queen
Because you
Anne
had to have
was
the
just
egg
Oakdale.
first.
No, I had to have the shrine
That is living
first.
proof she ain't.
Okay, now we're gonna upgrade the forge.
Ain't
This
saying
is
much,
important.
But that's the greatest forge in all the city.
This is very important. It is this important. We now have the final two
Oh.
upgrade tiers for every weapon. Well,
But do you have enough?
we don't have enough
What is
shards.
the
We
current-
Pike, you
don't have
tried
enough
to
fragments or
get like
materials
the
for
night
them now. I think we can
Don't
upgrade
want
the
that thing
bow.
leaving your hands until you decide it's time.
We can
Yeah, but are
upgrade
you ever going to
weapons.
use the bow again?
I might. The bow is meh.
Finders keepers.
And get that.
That gator's a crazy gal. But so
We
is
now
the
have an
guy who
ankle
comes
gator
from
hanging around the bastion, because why not?
He's
That's
a little
awesome.
Rough at times.
Hey, follow.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
You're having it follow us around. Hello.
Now meet your new best friend. No, don't stay. Go to the squirt.
No.
No.
Okay, we could go to the arsenal so I could show off the new thing, but we're going to a
Then
proving
that
ground
shard should be
instead.
Farther out there in the wild.
Proving ground
There's
for
a
the
place-
pike.
Yep,
Over
Camp
there's
Dauncey.
Camp Dauncey, where the brushers steeled themselves for secret missions.
Did you upgrade the pike at all for this?
Yes. I gave it faster throw reload and
to prepare for the wild.
it caused knockback, because for that upgrade it's either better crit damage, which yeah,
But a pike.
or knockback on the pike, which knockback on the pike is very nice.
It's a dangerous test for a dangerous
Anyway,
job.
here's Camp Dauncey. There are 6 switches, there are a billion pin cushions. Try to activate all 6 switches within a minute,
Electronics were off limits
and
at Camp Dauncey.
ideally without
They
dying.
said they made you weak.
You also cannot roll, and you cannot use health tonics.
Man, you took some damage there. I wouldn't have thought of doing that.
This is a speed run. Taking damage to save time on a speed run is totally legitimate. Just ask that speedrunner I don't know.
Like all of them.
Yes, I'm not much of a speedrunner. However, this is one place that, if you can figure out the route for it, it's much easier. It just requires figuring out what pin cushions you actually need to kill, throwing where you really should,
Couldn't use any
and
fancy
walking
footwork.
through spikes where you really should. You just have to plan it out. Where whiskey helps.
Yes, it is. Beautiful whiskey.
I messed up, but I had already spent enough time that I'm only going to get second place anyway.
If you did all right at Camp Dante. We got to go to the wilds.
Took me a while to get first place.
Yeah, this is a kind of tricky one.
Just because you had to do it so many times just to figure out the best route.
Exactly. It's not a matter of you didn't button mash enough. It's a matter of you need to figure out what exactly is the smartest route to go about. Like that one, I made a couple mistakes. Like I missed a couple of easy swings, didn't get the throws quite right. Like here's a good throw.
Oh yes.
And there.
Through the maze as quick as you could.
As you can see, you can hit a whole bunch of targets in one shot. It's better than the bow without upgrades at hitting multiple targets in one throw. That's if you actually hit.
Yes, beautiful power shots though.
Yeah, the pike is, like I said, a ranged weapon that's pretending to be a melee weapon. Just like the musket is a melee weapon pretending to be a ranged weapon. And honestly, never go to that place. The button's right there. There's like one thing guarding it. Who cares? This area is kind of complex because a whole bunch of things that are honestly shooting all over. The button is way on the side.
Oh. Aww.
I almost made it. I almost made it.
Once you started the course, they made you finish.
The brushers are kind of jerks.
Or masochists. I mean, pin cushions, needles, stabbings.
Speaking of masochists, I figured out a very stupid trick for this one. Like, the trick on Slingo Range was stupid. This is probably just as stupid, if not more so. You'll see it in a second. Like, first we'll do this more or less normally. Get out of here.
You know, getting as many with the throw is just the breaker bow challenge again.
Yeah.
Which isn't stupid. Oh.
Yeah!
Oh, that's a little ridiculous.
It's very effective. It costs a couple seconds to do it, but honestly, for that area, it's nice. And for the final area where there's just a bunch of them firing everywhere, it's really good. Like, let's see how many guys I can take down in one get shot. Yeah.
8.
I took down 8 dudes in one death. But you can only do that trick twice, so make it count like I did.
And you did. Got it by 1 second.
That's honestly pretty good. And I made some mistakes on that run. I could have done better. And we get Brusher Sweep for it, which is... It's a surrounding area attack for the pike. What? You really should just take it. It's great.
I don't know, I could never really use it because they always give me new secret skills to always use.
I think that Sneaky Decoy is the last of the we're just giving you a secret skill just cuz things. So, once you have that, just pick your favorite secret skill and go to town, unless a new weapon says you lose it.
And I can't resist picking up a new weapon.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Kalir, and this is Beat. This isn't Beat at all.